Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, everybody. Welcome back to another Terraria live stream. I'm your host, Stranger Jim, and today we're going to be continuing on with our single player for the initial, and then of course we'll have the calamity later on tonight. So stay tuned for that. But we're just going to be doing a little bit of time with the single player, and then handling the calamity afterwards. Now. Yes, I am using the Tmod loader. This is meant to be more of a vanilla, single player playthrough. So for those of you that are wondering, I just used the Tmod loader just because of being able to go right into Calamity right afterwards. So don't stress. But just in case you're wondering, the only mods that I do have added just for the hell of it is the boss checklist, just for the hell of it, and the census. That's it. Like I have no other benefits going on here at all. So I don't necessarily want to have, any additional benefits or like bonuses or better equipment or anything along those lines. I don't feel like that. Um, I feel certain things, adds a little too much. Um, you know, it doesn't, might not necessarily have the right kind of balance, right? So, for example, I would consider something like the wing slot extra here as a, shift in balance towards the player's favor, for example. You get what I'm saying? So, um, and I'm trying not to do that for the single player. So just stating that right at the very top. Next thing that I want to address is the fact that, I am trying to do the medium core, so not exactly an easy process, let me tell you. I've had some difficult times with the medium core so far, but, I figured I'd try it out. So, and then of course we have the, expert world as well, which is a large, you know. So, all right. So, now last time we were doing, we I believe basically finished everything that we could finish with, um, the Dark Mage one, Old One's army. Um, at least for right now. The next one that they're recommending is the Queen Bee. Now, um, I haven't really explored the jungle all that much, as you can see. So, to be honest, I don't really know where there is a beehive in the um, in the jungle area yet. You know, but obviously that is like one of the you know uh, that is a major area that I'm going to need to kind of tackle at some point in time. So, um, okay, so we got our desert pylon going here, which, I wanted to do that so that I can have a very quick, um, you know, access to the dungeon area so that I can just, go there and, when I when I'm ready to fight Skeletron, I can just kind of go there and take care of that. So, um, but we'll tackle that when we get to it. Um, so the the other side of things is I'm gonna want to um, at some point in time I'm gonna need to isolate not only the crimson biomes here so that they don't eventually spread out once, you know, when I do eventually kill the wall of flesh. I'm not gonna say that that's gonna be easy, but um, I'm definitely gonna need to attempt it at some point. I'm also gonna need to, isolate the corruption here and isolate the corruption here because there's quite a bit of corruption around, and I need to isolate that so it doesn't spread, throughout the entire world. I've had, my very first playthrough of Terraria, I wasn't aware that the corruption spread, or in this case, the crimson spread, right? And so, before I knew it, like my entire main base was being surrounded by corruption, and I didn't know how to handle it at the time. Um, so yeah, they're not really very forthcoming on information in this game. Uh, which, um, I mean, don't get me wrong. Um, I know that there's some games out there um, that really don't have any kind of explanation to them. Okay, Minecraft was one that kind of uh, kind of did that. Like you sink or swim, in in that in that style game. Troy is very much like that. It's just, um, in some ways, uh, the I'm typically of the mindset of, um, you know, if you make a mistake, sure, you can learn from it and move on from it. But when there isn't any kind of explanation for anything, like you're given a world, much like, Minecraft, Terraria, and various others, and they don't tell you how to go about doing anything. I don't know. I feel kind of tired about those kind of games where they basically say, hey, if you want to learn this game, you have to go to a wiki and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, um, and that in some ways that kind of makes me feel sorry for the people that actually have to make those wikis in the first place. you know, first time playing the game and you're like going, I don't know what's going on. How do I do this? Um, you know, so I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I'm um like let me put it to you this way. There was a video on YouTube at one point in time where this guy was kind of talking about how um you know certain games kind of told you like taught you about like how to go about handling certain scenarios. So like if you lost a life, you were like, oh well, then I shouldn't necessarily do that again, kind of thing. The example that he brought up was the old Super Mario Brothers, right? The active running and jumping, running into monsters, killing you, and falling into pits, killing you, and so on and so forth. And he was kind of talking about like lessons learned, blah blah blah. But when you have games like like Minecraft and Terraria um, where like they don't tell you that the corruption is spreading throughout the entire world, or at least I don't remember it telling me. maybe I was completely, maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But like, you know, the guide here is like really the only person that you can kind of talk to like get information out of, and even then you have to kind of, you know, um, go through like all of his help to like maybe find that one. And why am I throwing my rope? But you see what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes where it's like, okay. Let's see. Where's my extra rope? Have I just ran out of rope? Didn't think that I'm out of rope right at the moment. Hmm, interesting. Okay. Now there's all my rope. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, oh, where the hell did I throw it? Put it all. I knew that it felt weird not having, extra rope there, so that was all. There we go. Okay, so we still need to get ourselves some extra um you know, not only do we need to get some extra chromatane here, um but I'm also going to want to well, actually, hold on. No, I've already I've built the meteor armaments, you know. Oh, right. Um, I have it in the separate loadout. Now, the one thing that I don't know yet is if I die, you know, does it drop, you know, you know, both of the loadouts right at this moment in time? I'm gonna assume yes, which is gonna kind of suck because I would have to try to pick up everything that I dropped when I die. So, um, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that. So, but right at this moment in time, the magic user with, um, with our laser gun right at this moment in time is the best damage per second, at this moment. Um, so where do I go from here? What am I gonna do? I mean, next objective is the queen bee, so um, but I should, I do want to try to get some more chromatane there so I can get at least another crimson set going. So maybe fighting, um, you know, going to fight the boss again might be in order. Um, you know, so I might want to consider doing that. Just for more flush. You know what? Let's go do that. Okay. Interesting, then I haven't. Let's see. Okay, we still have one over there. Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, no, I should be able to break through everything now. Yep. Actually, let's. Come back up here for air. Oh, my mic is muted? Really? No, it's not. Don't do that to me, bud. Don't lie to me. Don't like that kind of trolling. Let's see. Okay, okay, let's see. Couldn't really do anything there. Okay, we broke through that. Broke through that. So, yeah, we're done down there. Okay, there's another one there that I can break through. That's that. Okay, let's go and place these down. There we go. And then, let's see. And let's go. Got it. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and head on back. Oh wait, shit. I noticed that there was a lot of flesh that was just kind of sitting there. Fuck. Did not pick all that up. Let's go back and fix that real quick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I missed all these tissue samples, so. Still hit me. Huh. Oh well. There we go. Okay, so, and put all that stuff away. Go ahead and throw that in there. Let's see. Oh, that looks absolutely creepy. All right. Let's see. Don't really like the look of that guy. I'd rather have the shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Let's see. Now, Crimson Rod, 16 magic damage versus 27 magic damage. There's no comparison. This doesn't really hold up very well, so I might as well just go ahead and sell these. They're really not worth my time or storage, so. And there's some more there. Um, so let's see. To be honest, I think I'd rather have this one. Being able to dodge the attack for mage. So I think I'd rather do that than the shackle right at this point in time. So obviously we'll go ahead and throw the shackle back in there for right now, but put those in there. And we'll go ahead and sell off these that I don't need right at this moment in time. You just sell those off. You know, and then let's go ahead and make ourselves a lot of bars here, and then we'll grab all the tissue samples. So next is get all these taken care of. There we go. And then come on over here. We already have one helmet done, so I just need to, make another armor scale mail and some leggings. And I'm done. I don't necessarily need to, um, you know, build anything more right at this moment in time. I just want that, extra defense here. And then we can just go and sell these. Don't really need those anymore. So. Alright. So. What else? I think we're pretty much good to go, I would imagine. Let's see. I mean, I don't think there was really anything else in Chromatane that I could really use or build from that I haven't already gotten. So, let's see. We got a better hammer already, so that's out. I mean, the meatball might be doing more damage than the blood butcher. I mean, 36 compared to 23. And, while they say very slow speed, I mean, you're talking about a flail that's, swinging around as it is anyway, so. Although, I don't know. Did I already make the. No, I haven't. Let's see. What did I need in order to make the meatball again? Just 10 and 5, huh? Okay. let's see what I can do with that. So put that away. Now, obviously, no modifiers right at this moment in time. We'll switch on over to the melee here, and I mean, that's normal, you know, speed for a flail there. I'm getting, 90 to 100 damage per second for the most part. Whereas this one, I mean, I'm trying to click as fast as I can right at this moment in time, but I mean, most that I can get is about 80. Now, obviously, the Blood Butcher does have a bleed effect on it. So it does, have some damage over time effects going on with it. I don't know if the meatball has that same exact style. I would imagine not, but it's not necessarily telling us, like it didn't even tell us that the blood butcher had that particular ability either. So who knows if the meatball, meatball might have it too. Who knows? Um, but overall, damage per second, kind of goes towards the meatball right at the moment. So, um, matter of fact, we were getting 90 to 100 on that. So, and compare that to this one. It's about the same. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Although it seemed like the magic was kind of hovered around 90 a little bit more. So I'm not quite sure. Like I'm seeing 120 for the meatball at times, so I think I'm getting slightly more damage with the meatball. Especially with those, potential critical hits from time to time, but it's also kind of hovering around 90 right now, so I don't know. The one thing that I like about, flails like this is the fact that, while it doesn't necessarily have the reach, like it doesn't like, attack like everything around me right at this moment in time. I mean, not to say that, the gun does either. Um, it still kind of has a protection around me, like, front and back. So if an enemy tries to attack me, you know, uh, track, attack me from behind, the flail will still hit them. So yeah. Um, I think I'm gonna go to the jungle and see what I can do about like looking around and um, um, finding that queen bee. I think I mean, I don't, I don't know if I'm like, if it's like absolutely perfect right at this moment in time. I don't think I'm um, you know, like I don't think I have like the perfect setup yet, to handle the queen bee, but you never know. So I kind of looked around here a little bit. Didn't really find any like, you know, any areas per se for the bee, but obviously I didn't really go down very far. Let me kind of look over here a little bit, because I don't think there's any additional caves at the moment. So, um, and obviously there's a lot of water here, so I don't think I can really get, you know, don't think I can really find much down here. Although that chest is nice. And don't see anything else around, so. Okay. Loot all that. Thank you very much. Nothing else down here, though. Okay. What about over here? I mean, there's a jar down there, but not much else. Hmm. Wanted to put a little breathing space down here. So, alright. So let's go over on this side over here, and we'll check out this other cave, see if it really goes anywhere, and if it doesn't, then we'll go back to our original cave and, you know, yeah, because we got, you know, everything down here to kind of, you know, potentially look around. Okay. Okay. Don't really see anything else down there. Oh, we got ourselves a chest right up there. And basically the same thing. Okay. Now another damn blood moon. Okay. Let's see. Read all that. Hmm. Okay, I think it causes a little bit of confusion, which can be handy if done correctly. So, okay. Obviously, no bee yet, but you know we'll get to that. Ah, Jesus. Oh wait, no, it's the armor that's doing that. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's the that one artifact that does the confusion. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. I was screwing up. I understand. Oh, okay. Okay, loot all that. What the? Okay, had a little bit of confusion there. Don't know exactly why. I wasn't really hit by anything, so random confusion is random. Okay. Alright. Seem to be doing okay for the most part. You know, we're not really facing off against any, like, you know, super dangers or anything along those lines. At least, nothing yet. Ooh, hello. Hi there. Want to do that again? Thank you. Hmm. Thought I saw like an opening over here somewhere, but it wasn't really giving me anything. Hmm. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's go check over here real quick. Okay, I would imagine that Blackheart's going to be starting up here fairly soon. Um, you know, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Right down there. So far, no signs of a beehive anywhere, which is kind of unfortunate, but there we go. Don't really see anything else up there. Oh, okay. But you still haven't necessarily fixed that bug. Okay. Caves are connected that way, that's fine. Nothing over there, huh? Okay. Some down there. You know what? Let's go back over here. And then... Okay. Okay, don't really see anything over there. Oh, I see a treasure chest down there. Which kind of sucks because... Let's see... Water walking. Nice, okay. Loot all that. Grab that. And we are good to go. Okay, so I see Blackheart is starting up his stream, so we're gonna have to get started here pretty soon by switching on over to Calamity. So yeah, okay. Let's head on back. Okay, so we attempted to look around and see if we could find um, the um, see if we could actually find um, the queen bee, but could not. So, now unfortunately, this doesn't provide a way to run super fast, but we haven't found the Tinkerer yet, so we're just gonna have to kind of hold on to that for right now. Just some regular herbs and stuff like that, all of which I don't really need right at the moment. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight's single player Terraria. Obviously we'll continue. You know, we didn't really get very far, down there, but I mean, we'll continue exploring as we continue next week. So, um, we got ourselves a little bit more equipment from the boss fight there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But that's going to be it for our single player Terraria. I want to thank Major for stepping on by. Um, yeah, Blue Man was trying to do trolling, which, whatever. Um, no need for that on this channel. But that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. Um, Go ahead and check out the description for multiple links down below. Discord, Patreon, Throne. We also got the Stream Team, Team Robot down there for you to check out as well if that's of interest. Um, Also, check out, the other members of Team Robot. They're also down in the description. Check out their content. Um, Check out the other, videos on this channel, the other games that I've played, the other VODs that I've put in place. So check all those out. But that's going to be it for tonight's single player. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I catch you next time. But until then, take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy, stay safe. I'll catch you strangers next time.